Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram 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 is the mantra Maharajji repeated constantly. It has been reported that at some times Maharajji repeated the mantra Radha 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 Radha, saying the name of the Radharani, consort of Krishna, incarnation of Hindu goddess Lakshmi, who is absolutely adored in the bridge area of India. But generally speaking, it is the name of Ram that Maharajji said constantly and generally silently. One Western devotee who was with Maharajji in the 70s said that the Western kids joked that it looked like Maharajji was chewing gum because his jaw was almost constantly moving as he continued his mantra. Maharajji often did japa, writing Rams on papers and in notebooks. Maharajji gave many of these sheets of papers to devotees. This is most assuredly the reason for adoption of the salutation of Ram Ram among Maharajji's satsang, as well as prevalent in the local area surrounding Chitrakoot. Radhe Radhe and Hare Krishna are used extensively in the Bridge, Mathura and Vrindavan area. Om Namah Shivaya in the mountains and Jai Gurudev among other satsangs, such as that of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. There are many different salutations among the many Hindu sects of India. Maharajji said that by taking the name of Ram, all things are accomplished. However, the fact that Maharajji repeated Ram Ram as a mantra practice rather than simply using it as a greeting is significant. It seems, therefore, that we have something to learn from this. Surely it seems like a very good idea to cultivate the habit of constantly chanting the name of Ram silently and discreetly within ourselves. In the Mahabharata, Shiva states that uttering Ram 3 times is equal to pronouncing 1,000 other names of God. Mahatma Gandhi also often used the Ram mantra. Ram Ram was the last thing Mahatma Gandhi said when he was assassinated. The incomparable Bhagwan Das offers the following insight. Once, I borrowed a friend's Land Rover and drove up to see Maharajji in Vrindavan at a small spiritual gathering. It was very beautiful, as they usually were. Everyone was happy and fulfilled. Suddenly, Maharajji jumped off his tucket and announced, "Let's go to Agra." Everyone leapt up to escort him out. I thought he'd get into one of the other cars and I'd follow behind. He looked over at the Land Rover, hopped in, and slammed the door shut. I got in, and soon we were driving down the trunk road from Vrindavan to Agra. On Indian roads, including the National Highway, were cows, rickshawalas, dogs, wild goats, and even chickens on the loose. It was extremely dangerous, and fatal accidents were not uncommon. I was going about 45 miles per hour, which is pretty fast in India. Maharajji looked over at me and said, "Jaldi karo, jaldi karo." I inched it up a little. Then Maharajji yelled, "Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi karo." And I went a little faster. He didn't seem satisfied, so I floored it all the way to Agra. As the speed increased, we were going so fast that I could barely hold on to the steering wheel. The jeep lurched recklessly on the bumpy road. Then the strangest thing happened. I looked over at Maharajji's seat and there was nothing but a crumpled blanket. I held onto the wheel with one hand and held up the blanket with the other, and there really was nothing there. I swore to myself that I would never drive that fast again. I thought, this can't be happening. This can't be true. But there was nothing I could do but let go of my ideas of how the moment should be. And by letting go, I broke through. I realized that at any given time there was only the moment, no more, no less. Only the moment. And then came the rush. My whole body started pulsating with ecstasy. It was an unbelievable experience, like being in two universes at once. The moment was here now, and so was I. I don't know how long it lasted. It's an hour and a half to Agra, because I was in eternity. I looked over again, and there was Maharajji sitting next to me, wearing his blanket, chewing his rams. We pulled up in Agra. Maharajji threw the door open and leapt out of the car just like a monkey. Maharajji was a ram transmitter. He sounded like a siren. Ram. One of the attainments of great saints is that they become transmitting stations. They go on the air, a cosmic channel. Maharajji was broadcasting blessings every moment of the day. Ram, 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 Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai